Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we have got a sample floor plan and we will try and construct this today. And as you can see here that the dimensions of the floor plan are clearly given, as I have already prepared this beforehand to show you the PDF. And as because the total drawing will take too much time, therefore we will divide our drawing into two videos. Okay, so let us start. So as you can see here, we will be dividing our videos. First we will try to construct the walls, and then we will try to construct the windows, as well as after that we will construct the doors, and next we will go for the hatches. Then again we will go for the texts, and as you can see here, after this we will go for the dimensioning, and that will complete the whole drawing. So let us start. So for starting this video, we will take a new tab here in AutoCAD, and what we will do is we will set the limits first. As you already know that we have to set the limits first. So this is 8000 millimeter, and this is 8500 millimeter. So therefore we can take the limits at about 10,000. Okay, so limits, lower left corner I am taking at 0,0 and clicking on enter. Then the upper right corner we will consider at 10,000. okay, and this is also 10,000. okay, enter. Then we will apply this to our screen by giving the command Z, enter, A, enter. Okay, so there you go, the limits has already been set to the screen. The first thing that we will do is we will use the rectangle command here, and we will try to construct the outline of the floor plan first. Okay, so we'll use the rectangle command here, and we will specify the first corner point. So as I am specifying this at an arbitrary point here, I'll go for this dimensioning. I'll click on these dimensions, and then I will specify the length of the rectangle as it is given here. You can see that the length of the rectangle is 8000 and the breadth of the rectangle is 8500. okay, so I will give the length as 8000. okay, click on enter, and the width as 8500. right, now there you go, this is the rectangle, this is the basic outline that we will use for the reference. So the next thing that we will do is we will have to analyze the drawing first, and as you can see here that the thickness of the outside walls is 300, and the thickness of the walls that are inside are 150. okay, this you keep in mind. So for that, as because we are constructing the outward part of the floor plan, therefore I can use the offset option from here, and we will specify the offset distance as 300. I am specifying the distance as 300 because we are currently setting the thickness of the outside walls. okay, so click on enter. Then you select the object to offset, so I am selecting this and bring it inside and click inside. okay, so this is what we are getting, the basic structure. The next thing that we have to do is we will explode these two rectangles, because this will help you to construct the inward parts. okay, so I will select all of this and click on X which stands for explode, and click on enter. Right away you can see that the lines has been separated from the rectangles. Now these are separate objects, separate lines. Previously it was single polylines for each rectangle, but now these are separate lines. Okay, so the next thing is, as you can see here, that this dimension is 1000 here. So what I will do is I will go to my drawing, and this is 1000 from the outside. So I will select this offset option, select the offset distance as 1000. Okay, click on enter, then select this outside line and bring it inside and click anywhere. Okay, so this line is this particular line, as you can see here. Now here also the thickness is 300 millimeter, so therefore I will again use the offset option and give this offset distance as 300. Click on enter, select this and bring it on the inside. Okay, so this wall has been constructed. Okay, the next is this wall. Okay, so this wall is 1400 distant from this part. Okay, so I will again select this offset option and give the offset distance as 1400. Okay, click on enter and select this inward part of the wall and bring it inside. Okay, so this is 1400 distance apart. Now the inside walls are 150 millimeter thick. This I have already said previously, so I will again use the offset option and I will specify the offset distance as 150. Click on enter, select this object and bring it inside. Right, so that completes this vertical section of the wall. Okay, and next we will go for this vertical section. So this vertical, as you can see here, this is 3250 distance from this part. Okay, so I will go and select the offset option again and specify the distance as 3250. Enter, and analyze the drawing clearly, otherwise it will be difficult for you to construct. So as you can see here, this is 3250 distance from this part. Okay, so I will select this part and bring it at 3250 distance. Okay, now this thickness is 150 again, because this is the inside or the inner walls inside the house. So I will again select this and I will specify the distance as 150. Click on enter. Right, so I think we have already completed the vertical walls. Then we will again go for the horizontal walls inside the house. Okay, so as you can see here, this distance is 2550 from this part. So I will again use this offset option, and this is 2550. So I will select 2550, click on enter, and as you can see here, I have to select this line. That means I have to select this particular line and bring it up. Okay, now 2550 distance, again this thickness of the wall is 150. So I'll again select this and give an distance of 150. Click on enter. Okay, so that will complete this vertical wall. Okay, next we will go for this one. Now as you can see here, this is 3700 distance. So I will again apart and I will specify the distance as 3700 as given in the diagram. So I will give 3700, click on enter. Okay, there you go, this is the wall. Okay, and the inner thickness is 150. So I will select this again and I will give an distance of 150. Okay, click on enter. Right, the next thing is this horizontal part of the wall, and as you can see here I have to specify the distance here. So this is 2400 distance, and give the distance as 2400. Okay, click on enter. Right, thickness is again 150 here, so I will select this and I will specify the distance as 150. Right, click on enter. So this horizontal wall is also complete, but you can see here that there is a little bit of complex thing mentioned here. This thickness is 300, but this thickness is 150. So as you can see here, if this is 300 millimeter, this is 150 millimeter, so I can actually offset this down at a distance of 150. Okay, click on enter. Right, the basic structure of our drawing is complete. The next thing that we will have to do is we will have to go for the trimming. So let us start from one end. Now one thing you keep in mind here, that as you can see here that I have already shown you the doors, ventilator, window 1 and window 2, as because I have already created these blocks. Okay, so the dimension you can see here, that the dimension for the doors is here, you can see this total is 800, and this is 800 here, and this height is 100. That means the total height here is 900, right? And this distance from this point to this point, if you see, then this distance is 760 and 70 on both sides. That means 760 plus 140, that will give you 900, right? So this distance from this point to this point is 900, right? Similarly, for the ventilators, as you can see here, that this is 50 distance on both sides, and inside this distance is 400. This means that the total distance is 400 plus 100, that means 500, right? For window 1, which is the bigger window, as you can see here, inside distance is 1400, and as you can see here 50 on both sides, that means 1400 plus 100 means 1500, and this height is obviously also given, which is 100, right? For window 2, as you can see here, similarly we have got this distance as 900 and 50 on both sides. That means the total distance is 1000, right? 900 plus 50 plus 50, so total distance is 1000, and this height is obviously given 100, right? So keeping this in mind, we have to go for the trimming of the portion of the walls that we have created, right? So let us again go back here and let us start from one end. Okay, so we will start from this particular end here. So we have got a thicker wall here, and after that we have got thinner wall here. Okay, so if you go and see this is the part that I am talking about, and we will extend this a little bit and bring it here, right? And we will go for the trimming. So TR, enter 2 times. So next thing is we will trim this. So I will go for this trimming option here, like this. I will select the unwanted parts. So these are the unwanted parts, right? So there you go, these are the unwanted parts that we don't want. Similarly, these parts are also not required. Okay, so I can actually go for the trimming option here as well. So I will select all of these which are not required. The lines that are not trimmed can be selected and deleted by using the delete key in the keyboard, right? So So this part has been done. The next thing is we will construct another part, that is we will trim another part. So as you can see here, this height is not given. Let us consider this is 700 height, this we can consider as 600. Okay, so if you want to select this as 600, so one thing what I am doing here is I will draw a line from this point to this point. You can keep the ortho mode on if you require to. I'm keeping the ortho mode on here. So this is a small line that I have created, and I will bring this at how much height I have created the line here. So I will bring this down to an height of, this is 600, that means this is 150, that means 450 I will take. Okay, so I will use the offset option, give the distance as 400, click on enter, select this line, bring it down at 400 distance, right? Similarly, and now I can delete this line because I don't require this. If you go back to the drawing here, you can see that this height is 500 clearly given. So what I can do again is I will select this offset option and select 500 as the distance, click on enter, select this line and bring it down at 500 distance, right? So this is 500 distance. Similarly, as you can see here, that this total distance is 2400. This we have already done it here, see, but the other parts we don't require. So I will use the trim option, tr, enter. So I will trim these parts, sorry. Again, we don't require this as well. Similarly, as you can see that we have got this part. So this part is, we will trim these unwanted parts here, right? So what I can do is actually I can select this line and join it here by lengthening it. You can extend it also. You can use the trim option again, and you can delete the unwanted parts, right? Now the next thing is, as you can see, this height is 900. So I will offset this line. I can offset this line. Actually this line is a single line. So what I can do is I can use this line. I will copy this, CO, enter. I can use this point as the base point here, and I will bring it here, right? So here, as you can see that this height is 900. So I will offset this, select on offset and give the distance as 900, click on enter, select this line, okay, and bring it down 900 distance, right? Now this is again 470. So I will select this and specify the offset distance as 470, right? So use the trim option. The one thing you can do, you can delete this reference line that you have created. So I will use the trim option here, tr, enter, and as you can see we will follow this particular drawing. So as you can see here, we have to delete these two lines, as well as we will also, I can delete these two lines as well, okay? So the next part is, as you can see that we have got this distance as 1000. So I will use the offset option again. Keep the offset distance as 1000. Click on enter. Select this line and bring it down and click at any point. Okay, now there is a small extension here, as you can see. So what I will do is I will select this line and extend it and join it at this point. Similarly, I will select this line and extend it and join it at this particular point. Now I can use the trim option, TR, enter, and I will trim these unwanted parts, right? So this part is complete. Now you can repeat the same technique and you can actually complete the whole drawing. I will fasten my video here and complete the whole drawing. Okay. Okay, so that has completed walls that we were creating. So this you have to follow the drawing and minutely go through the dimensions, and then you have to work on the trimming. Otherwise you will face problems and mistakes can be there. Okay, so after completing this first part, we will wrap up the video today, and we will meet in the next class. Okay, thank you all.